Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Final day of the season. It's a gorgeous day out in Casey Fields. Both of these two teams are getting ready to go head to head. Box Hill can wrap up the Premiership this afternoon, can give themselves a great look for the finals. And well, for Melbourne City, they too can enact something on the title race. If they are to win today and Essendon Royals have results go their way, they will be premiers instead.
Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
Good afternoon, whoever you are, wherever you are, and welcome on Coronation Day to one of the two potential destinations for the Premiership come Sunday's end. We're out at Casey Fields on a cracking Melburnian Sunday. Box Hill hoping that the weather matches the occasion and the equation. The latter simple for them. If they are to win, they will be premiers for 2026. Melbourne City know their fate. It has been sealed for some time, though they are also aware today poses a golden opportunity to have one last say in the title race. Two teams who have had contrasting fortunes this season. Box Hill know what is awaiting them. They know what is before them. It has been a little bit of time since they were last crowned premiers. Had a golden period in the 2000s, in the early 2010s too. Finished third last season. They had a finals return for the first time in over a decade. They are the reigning champions. They are looking to retain that crown, though are looking to tick off perhaps the first half of a domestic double. My name is Ethan Rigg. And what a day we have ahead of us. The other kickoff in terms of title, perhaps pondering, perhaps altering, is over at Lakeside Stadium. South Melbourne and Essendon Royals also kicking off in similar stead. The two games right at the head of the table that both would have earmarked when this all kicked off right back in February. Massively important day. It's a Box Hill side that are well and truly unchanged for the entirety of the matchday squad that was victorious at Keilor Park last week. Keely Segafcic, who kept a clean sheet, is entrusted between the sticks. It's a similar centre-back pairing of Laura Pickett as well as those two flanked by Amelia Tatalia, and it was in fact Sydney Minerick who started the game at right back last week. A midfield trio based by the ever-prolific Rihanna Polisina. Either side of her will be looking from support through Murakami as well as Paliwoda, and a front three that got off to a great start. It was Kawano through the middle who got them on their way. She was set up by Bocelli off the left and Sakalis on the right-hand side. For Melbourne City, three changes to their most recent matchday squad. Daligor Birchmore is entrusted between the sticks. Abigail Cheshire, Liliana Lemaish, Heidi Dry is recalled to the squad as one of those changes. Chelsea Biggs has been ever present in midfield this campaign. Likewise for Sienna Calvanese, who's offered width and excitement from out wide. Maya Capitanio has been amongst the goals when she has featured. It's recalls for Ellie Kirkby and Ella Hamilton. Joanna Zoyce and Ava Chopin round out their final starting campaign for 2026. So, one team chasing something that they may have foreseen as destiny all the way back in February. They started on quite a magnificent night. It did not go their way to kickstart the season. They might have thought it looked different though. Box Hill are 90 minutes from something special. From yet another piece of silverware for perhaps their first for the campaign. They missed out on the Nike FC Cup, though when these two met in that competition at the round of 16 at this ground, they were victorious 3-1. They are also looking to do the league double over Melbourne City. They met earlier on in the campaign down Wembley Park Way, and Box Hill were victorious 5-1 on that evening. Erin Keat, who will come from the bench this afternoon, back to double. Bocelli also got herself a brace. Murakami got things going for them. As Bocelli was looking for an early way forward, had gone too early. How they would love a quick start this afternoon. They got just that at Keilor Park last week. Side who have been in fantastic form on the run-in, have been nearly faultless in all of the games after that. Potentially could have proved to be derailing defeat at Essendon Royals in rather hefty fashion too. Since then, they have hardly dropped a point. Last time they did so, a fortnight ago, against Avondale. That was the way that they rounded out things at Wembley Park for the season. This, the final of a fortnight on the road before finals. They will well and truly be eagerly hoping to make it 12 league games unbeaten to close the campaign. As Sakalis to find her way forward. Lemaish got up. Opportunity for Murakami to go and win it back. It's a day like this where nerves can play a factor. Team that does have a wealth of experience through its spine. Though, the nerves of a title race that go to the wire are always ever present. How quickly those can be quelled and calmed will be the main difference maker. Pavicina looking to work her way out of a corner with Hamilton. She was unable to go beyond, though was impeded while doing so, and wins a free kick. In a position of rather early promise. The first set piece that could prove potent within the game's first 2 minutes. Pavicina, who won it, is immediately over it. Was on the score sheet last week at Keilor Park, scored the second that really set them on their way to a more comfy close to the afternoon. Congregation around Birchmoor. Which is currently being kept with a close eye. Pavicina's free kick whipped towards that congregation. Birchmoor did well. Murray was looking to waltz round to the back post, was unable to get there. Box Hill settling. Minerick worked it well, got it back from Bocelli, worked it on for Paliwoda, who scored the third and final goal of the result last week that put them on the threshold of yet more Premiership success. From Tatalia was unable to be taken under. Murakami wrestling, Capitanio likewise, Kawano wanting to win it. Capitanio did well, set it off for Cheshire. Birchmoor is being hustled by Sakalis. Couldn't steer away further forward beyond Minerick, who has again slotted in at full back for the afternoon. Player with immense versatility, has deputised in midfield a couple of times this campaign too. Murakami warding off Biggs. Murray. Space again for Murakami, unable to move it on for Paliwoda. Pavicina was in retreat to drive her way down the touchline was Kirkby, who was unable to go too much further forward. City themselves knowing how important it can be to throw a spanner in the works today as far as all aspirations are concerned. They themselves, for their first campaign in the top flight, of course would have wished it went differently. Though are still aware how important signing off in good style on today of all days can be. Biggs looked to spear it forward. Minerick got in the way, helped on by Murray for Murakami. Kept it no further than Cheshire. Hamilton, Biggs dropped in. Lamage out for Heidi Dry. Again recalled to the starting lineup, as many a match day squad this campaign has been in and out of the starting 11. City looked to enact a press. Murray was able to evade it well, though then was met by Zoyce. Had Pickett as an outlet. Murakami was warded off it by Kirkby, who moved it on for Biggs. Steered into a channel where Calvanese will chase. The flag was up before she could get there.
They're not pressing you, so come.
Though maybe, for Melbourne City, the first warning sign that Box Hill are not to switch off. The intent, the guile and the pressure, able to win it back in a dangerous area. Calvanese just unable to time things. Sakalis Looks to steer for Bocelli, who will get there ahead of Hamilton.
Right, Abby, Heidi.
Chiara Bocelli will look to go beyond. And Hamilton held her up. Bocelli evaded her. Set it back for Minarik. Fancied an early whip for Kawano. Birchmore, the only one with any real claim.
Calm, darling, calm. Set it up.
There are all the equations that could go through any in Box Hill Blues' head today. The most simple one is, if they are to win, it is all theirs. If they are to match Essendon's result, or if the Royals are to lose at Lakeside.
Yes, Emma.
If they are to drop points today, though, and Essendon Royals are to win, in any manner, they would surrender the Premiership either on points or goal difference. Kawano had to lunge from Polisina's ball. Try was under pressure from Tatalia. Biggs.
Body shape, Abby.
Cheshire again given no real way out. Birchmore had Polisina converging quickly. Up was Minarik, likewise Hamilton. Paliwodza ahead of Biggs.
Maya.
Capitano to ward off Pickett.
LK, be ready. Sienna, stay this side. Sienna, stay
City
this
have
side.
settled
Maya, stay. Go high, go deeper, Maya. Maybe
into the early flow of this game.
Yeah, Abby.
Box Hill hit them hard and hit them early here in the Cup. And then Polisina scored after 10 minutes to set them on their way to the quarter-finals. They no doubt will be hoping something similar transpires in the early knockings of this afternoon. Side who have made quick starts a habit. Few have scored more inside the first quarter of an hour. Polisina looked to wait it for Kawano. It was well recovered by Cheshire. Birchmore, Biggs, again with room to turn. Chelsea Biggs got it in return. Murakami, then Bocelli both got in the way. Chopin was unable to get it under. Minarik under pressure from a quickly on rushing Calvanese, was able to evade her. Murray speared it, and speared it invitingly. Bocelli had timed the run well. Hamilton in retreat. Lamage the only one waiting to clear it. Taken up by Murakami. Bocelli set back for Minarik.
Who we got, Abby?
Murakami deftly opened up. Bocelli was beyond her. Murakami went early. Kawano invested for a brief moment in time before Birchmore came through to claim without too much fuss. Birchmore went forward looking for Chopin. Minarik proved too tricky an opponent. Sakalis' flick looked to get beyond Lamage, who had recovered well. Kawano got up. The Box Hill shouts for a free kick were waved away. It was cleared no further than Paliwodza.
Up, Chelsea.
Murray.
Chelsea, up. Chelsea, up. Chelsea. Yes, Maya. Yes, Maya. Blocking
For
side.
Pickett once again, who steered it invitingly for Tatalia. The flag had stayed down. No, Tatalia's lunge
Chelsea can take that player.
saw the ball steered away for a goal kick. First time they've really been able to utilise any sort of space in behind down the flank. Was inviting for Emilia Tatalia.
Maya, stay. Maya, stay. Maya, stay.
It's dry. Saw only Kawano ahead of her. Biggs with a heavy touch, and Polisina was pressing with immense intent. Birchmore had to clear. Melbourne City nearly made a mess of it. Box Hill were almost awaiting a gift. Murakami. Bocelli again going at Hamilton and beyond. Whipped invitingly. Cheshire couldn't quite clear. Sakalis set it back for Polisina. And when looking to win it, Sakalis
Sorry, Chelsea. Chelsea.
had impeded Cheshire, who went to go and
Step a little more.
clear her own error.
Got to get a player when we don't have the ball.
Side there are chasing their 8th premiership today, first since 2012. Looking at the claim of champions for a 2nd consecutive season, would be their 10th Victorian top flight title if they were to achieve it. Premiership has often been a good omen for Box Hill. Every time they have been crowned premiers, they've gone on to win the lot. Something that awaits them today. No early breakthrough to speak of anywhere, though Bocelli is looking to steer Policina to an act change. Kawano couldn't get there. There was a shout for a penalty waved away. Taken up by Dry, whose ball was steered superbly for Calvanese. Warded off Pickett, looked to get away from Tatalia. Kirkby came to press and forced the clearance. Couple of flashes. Melbourne City have had to go forward. How they will want to capitalise early, how they will want to cause as much unnerve and angst as possible. Murray got a foot in though, but only as far as Cheshire, on for Biggs. Who got away from Paliwoda, to steer it for Kirkby. Kawano in retreat. Did well to usher it out of play. It's worth noting, the second half of that cup fixture, these two last met. Melbourne City went into the break 3-0 down. They clawed a goal back and have just started to cause Box Hill some issues. Starting in a similar vein so far. Birchmore with a slip and a clearance then only met Murakami. Paliwoda. Pickett clipped for Paliwoda once more, on for Sakalis. And Paliwoda's now got space. Policina beyond her. In behind is Policina, who will be denied by Birchmore. Sakalis, Paliwoda, danger not quite averted. Try look to go through, shout for hand, ball waved away. And Dalligor Birchmore has made the afternoon's first really critical intervention. It opened up for Policina, who scored not too long before in the cup in this fixture when it was last played. Birchmore equal to it. Policina then too eager to go beyond Capitanio. What a massive moment that could prove to be. Calvanese couldn't get away from Murray. And in an opening quarter of an hour that has proved tense, Box Hill created a golden glimmer. Kawano searching for Sakalis. Lamaish left it for Hamilton. Much more again under pressure, could only clear. Tatalia, warded off by Kirkby. And what a full Murray. Bocelli steered it superbly into the channel for Mina, except for Sakalis. Backed off by Cheshire. Policina this time didn't catch it sweetly. A pair of early prospects for Policina, neither of which have proved prosperous. Murray, Calvanese gave chase. Impeded Segavcic on her way through. Belatedly, a free kick is awarded. Hamilton then got a foot in from it. Up was Murakami. Hamilton again hooked it away. Ball was looked to be steered for Capitanio by Zeus, cut out by a well-read Tatalia. Now Kawano. Sakalis, whose flick was deft. Kawano went flying in. And is up gingerly and may have a bit of a problem. Juri Kawano, something Box Hill won't want. Has goals in both of her last 2 games, has hit form at a really good time in the campaign. Still hobbling slightly. There's Bocelli on for Paliwoda. Polissina is further right, Sakalis shorter. It's clip for Bocelli, who had kept going through the middle. Ball was a fraction too heavy. Birchmore was able to gather without much fuss. I think for both of these 2 teams. On for Melbourne City. For them, what is the final day of the season? It all began. I could have thought this season would have transpired differently, though started here with a tricky start, defeated by Burundara, who were one of Box Hill's early pace setters in the incredibly young stages of this Premiership race. How long ago that can feel. Side, though, that have picked up 2 league wins at home. Both of their league wins in the league this season have come at Casey Fields for Melbourne City. So here is Polissina. It's held up well. Paliwoda set it on for Sakalis. Move was made by Murakami, or could not quite find her.
Chels, just the 1-2s. Got to get the block. Got to get the block.
And you wonder when early nervousness could turn to particular frustration.
Come on, let's go.
The longer Box Hill could go without a breakthrough. The more things just start to get that little bit more uncertain. It's a beauty of a ball from Murray to find Bocelli, who wants another look at Hamilton. And wanted to go beyond. Polissina was challenged firmly by Cheshire, though not unfairly in the eyes of the official. She then thumped long for Calvanese, who had got Murray to go at, though could not go beyond.
Simulation. You had me on, yeah? Deal with that. Here we go. Yes. So Chels. Just the 1-2. That's all. Abby, well done.
Already City settling. And Cheshire steered forward. This time Pickett the only one waiting. Calvanese looked to go and cause issue. Murakami was given a shove. And won a free kick without much protest. And so far on the final day, so far in the race, no goals to speak of. No twist to the tail just yet, as we are nearing the halfway stage of this first half. Rihanna Polissina's had the 2 best looks tonight by Birchmore for the first. The second was one which had the space, though could not connect. She is once more, though. Tatalia was tidy. Paliwoda Polissina, that's lovely. In combination, she was then unable to steer for Sakalis. Biggs wanted to take over. Sakalis was challenged with some force and was not best pleased about the lunge from Abigail Cheshire.
Just be aware. Good. Zoom up. Abby back in.
An early couple of flashpoints. Abigail Cheshire given a talking to. Pickett to take the free kick. And searching for Bocelli. Chopin was quick to show her the door and quick to ensure the ball in fact went out of play. There is a cagey tension around Casey Fields, particularly for a rather substantial travelling Box Hill contingent, as Policina went to flick and perhaps eased some of those nerves, had no way through. Picked up by Dry, who measured for Kirkby. Tatalia was in well. Cheshire again for Birchmore. Policina again will go and enact some sort of press. Birchmore's clearance no further than Minarik, who then lost out. Murakami got a foot in. It'll fall for Capitanio. But Tatalia slowed her up superbly. Allowed Paliwada to lend a helping hand. It was behind Biggs where Dry was waiting. Players halted as for Melbourne City there may be some kind of issue. Chance for both sides to regroup, to assess where they have been in the early stage of this game. Box Hill have pressed, though there has been no way through. Birchmore has done her bit. Over Chopin at the moment is the one receiving treatment. Substitutes warming up. If there is to be any change in need of being made, Chopin is receiving lengthy treatment. Words of Melbourne City encouragement. Bright start that they have made in frustrating Box Hill, who have looked to break through. And speaking of breakthroughs, there is one such at Lakeside Stadium. Though, it is not one for Box Hill that could prove any caution. South Melbourne have the lead against Essendon Royals. Just after 25 minutes. The hosts, who themselves want a strong end to the season, have got themselves ahead and are doing Box Hill a favour at the moment. As if Essendon are to lose, no matter the result here, Box Hill will be premiers, as that is steered by Murakami for Policina. City wanted a flag that never came. Minarik, Bocelli warded off by Biggs. And on that occasion gave away a free kick. So how the final day turns. Question was, would the Premiership be encased in Essendon Royal Red or a Regal Box Hill Blue at the moment? It is staying with the league leaders and the latter. Sakalis had two to go beyond. Kirkby picked it up. Capitanio couldn't get it out of a Veet, which invited Paliwada to get a foot in. Capitanio then won back well. Shifted on for Biggs by Kirkby, who's away from Kawano. Cheshire. Birchmore again given Some duress by Murakami. Polissina returned for her. Unable to find Bocelli, picked off by Hamilton. Up on its way for Calvanese. Lemaish. Clip for Capitanio. Upwards. Paliwoda. Sakalis. Driving it dry, whose challenge was timed terrifically and had to be. Sakalis just for a moment thought she'd found a way beyond. Heidi Dry did delightfully in order to prevent her from finding way further forward. This time Birchmore with quite the comfy gather. Speared long for Calvanese. It was awkward for Murray, who did well to recover. Murakami on the slide. Was able to find Kawano. Paliwoda with room for which she can drive. On the far side was Bocelli, flicked away by Hamilton. Fell favourably for, but well. Paliwoda once more for Polissina, who stayed further forward. Cheshire got a foot in, was faced by Biggs. Sophia Paliwoda, it was behind Kawano, and away by Hamilton.
Joe, tuck in, Eva, tuck in.
And there's been a second goal at Lakeside Stadium, 2 in quick succession. South Melbourne have got breathing room. 2 up against Essendon Royals in next to no time. The second came within 5 minutes from the first. At the moment, they are offering Box Hill insurance. On a game that, for them, has been a tale of a frustrating half hour. Again, awkward for Murray. This time, picked off by Calvanese. Murray in too firmly. So something for Melbourne City. They have soaked up and absorbed an array of pressure. Cheshire's ball was inviting for Kirkby. Shout for handball, Melbourne City corner.
You guys can see it came off for last. Say something. It's come off for last. You both can see it. We all saw it. You could say something. Joe, just say.
Opportunity for them from a set piece. There is a little bit of Box Hill bewilderment. Thought it had taken the final flick on its way off Kirkby. Biggs' corner, whipped to the near post. Away by Bocelli and on for Kawano. Could only clear her lines. Hamilton quick in order to set the next look for Melbourne City. Chopin had gone beyond. Minarik was in retreat. Set for Biggs, who will have a clip which dipped devilishly and needed a palm from Segevcic, who was backtracking. A couple of Melbourne City corners in quick succession, and the best opportunity they've carved for themselves. As again, there is conversation around a penalty area congregation. Segevcic, this time the one who is besieged by Sky Blue. Again, Biggs' take. Whipped to a dangerous area. Segevcic didn't get there. Was away by Paliwoda, who was on the line. As well, one by Sakalis, who got it from Polisina, and the break could be on for Box Hill. And Heidi Dry was back quickly and played it superbly. Evaded Polisina, couldn't quite find Calvinesi. Tatalia was in the way. Murakami steered invitingly for Polisina in a foot race with Capitano, who will win it. Birchmore will clear. And so, Melbourne City will be forced into a change. There was perhaps a period of time for Ava Chopin to see whether or not the earlier knock she had suffered was one for which she could continue from. Though it had proved in kind not to be one. Melbourne City forced into a change. I will hope it is nothing too serious.
Focus on us, Maya. Let them do whatever they want. Focus on us.
A substitution will be made. And so Kira Saris will make her way on. Earlier than perhaps she would have envisioned on the last day. Melbourne City hoping that Ava Chopin's injury and discomfort is not substantial.
LNK be in front. LNK be in front. We might need you.
Birchmore for Cheshire. Speared it long. Tatalia got the shout from Pickett to let it go.
Second defender, kids. Yes, Heidi.
Tatalia's not for Polisina.
Well done, Abby.
And Ken has had Cheshire to go at throughout the majority of this afternoon so far. Ordered away this time, again by Cheshire. Kirkby was looking to cause issue.
Maya. Can we find you, Maya? Can we find you?
Tatalia again.
Maya, halfway line.
Was there to not it. Melbourne City are gaining yards. A couple of slight concerns, slightly nervous Box Hill faces, though there will of course be news of what is going on at Lakeside Stadium filtering around. Tatalia, no, way beyond Kirkby. Capitano set it back for Dry. He was faced by Polisina and Sakalis with no way through. Tatalia again has had quite a bit to do. Down the right-hand side. Sakalis did superbly to evade a trio who were all waiting to make life difficult. Murray showed her cool. Paliwada was pressing forward. Kawano gave her an outlet. Now for Polisina. Shelley made the run. It was a good read from Lemage and had to be. Crucial intervention. Otherwise, Chiara Bocelli was on her way. Minarik got ahead of Capitano. Biggs couldn't help it further forward. Murray was met by Calvinesi. And belatedly won a free kick.
Hey, turn and face. Good block that. Kira, don't have to go into this play.
Melbourne City have absorbed 4 swathes of this first half. Offered a couple of glimpses in way of reply. They have not been able to enact anything that would cause any further Box Hill bewilderment nor Box Hill discomfort. Murakami Kawano was a deft return. Steered invitingly. Dry had one that was awkward to deal with. Shout for handball was waved away. And instead, Dry will win a free kick.
Here we go, okay? Here we go. Yes, Dali. Yes, Dali.
Sakalis is not best pleased. Box Hill are not best pleased.
Yes. Dali. It came off her body.
As there is now a conversation to be had, and a very brief one at that,
Come this side.
between two officials.
This side. Maya, LK.
Confirmation perhaps that
Shell's second.
the shout for handball was
Yes, LK. Yes,
not necessarily unfounded, but without substantial evidence.
LK. Again, we're there. Yep. No turn.
It's a good turn from Tatalia, though well recovered by Kirkby.
Go back in. Sienna, back in. Come on.
Box Hill wanting to up the tempo, unable to find Policina. Away by Kirkby, no further than Murakami.
Yes, Joe. Yes.
Taken over by Minarik, who did superbly and got beyond Biggs. Speared it smashingly for Bocelli, who has again got Hamilton to go at.
Buddy.
Cara Bocelli fizzed it across, and Birchmore had it prove uncomfortable to deal. Was fortunate that there were no on-rushers.
Take the risk. Seconds. Where are we, Chels? Come on, Chels. Come on, Chels. Come on.
Paliwoda cut out by Hamilton, recovered by Bocelli, whose footwork was deft. Murakami took a tumble. Paliwoda kept her cool, moved on for Pickett.
Here a step.
Sakalis had opened up.
Yes, Heidi. You got it. Well done.
Dry stood her up well.
Kira, this one's you. And Chelsea stepping. You only screen if it's on the other side. Now you got to go, Kira. Now you got to go.
Tatalia's fling. Policina wanting to work a yard for a shot. Murakami
Yes, Cal.
moved on for Minarik. Away by Cheshire.
So Chelsea, be ready.
And Essendon Royals have got one back at Lakeside Stadium. An enthralling first half at South Melbourne. Kelly McGroarty from the spot made no mistake. They were awarded a penalty. And so, the Royals look at the crown, has a lifeline. The longer things stay in stalemate here, there is still opportunity for them not only to get back into the race, but to get ahead of it.
Come on. Here we go.
Right at the last hurdle.
Maya drop.
Bocelli, Murakami,
Up. Kira up. Yes, Maya.
Pickett, Box
Yes,
Hill
Maya.
have been unable to break through.
Yes. Go, Joe. Go, Joe.
Space for Bocelli, who has looked bright. Again beyond Hamilton.
On a touch.
Steered it for Sakalis, who took it tidily.
Yes, Heights. Yes, Heights.
And then got away from Dry.
No shot.
And steered it on this time for Policina. The flag was up. Lamage intervened without knowledge of it.
He gives advantage. It's a goal kick. It's a goal kick. See, it's going to be down the same line. So if the ball is going towards the outer keeper, you can give advantage.
As there was a flag raised. And then quickly withdrew. Lamage was not to know that. Intervened either way. So instead of it being raised for offside, there is a corner.
Protect the keeper.
Offside flag was overruled. Murakami's take to the near post, nodded away. Only as far as Kawano. Biggs in the chaos, got it away from Bocelli, recovered by Dry,
Okay, set up. Up we go.
who was unable to get it further away.
Good, Maya, you're okay there. Maya, get across. Maya, help. Maya, help. Maya, help. Maya, help. No crosses.
Paliwoda Look to search for any who were converging on the area. No one obliged with a run. Birchmore was there to gain and gather. Taken up by Zeus, who lost out. Policina took over. Paliwoda, now Murakami. Look to clip for Bocelli, though, with far too much force in order to find her. Still with the way it is, with time ticking to the break. It is Box Hills to hold. Long wait for them for a premiership, not necessarily for a championship. This is the crown they're looking to retain. They have had to wait nearly a decade and a half, 14 years since they were last premiers, and in the Victorian Premier League, National Premier League W era, it is their longest wait for the crown. Side who have been at the forefront of the state's top women's division for some time, hoping this is their next throng of greats. As Biggs was battling with Murakami, was able to evade her. Sikalis then came through. And Biggs has come off a bit worse off. Chelsea Biggs still moving with slight discomfort. Clutching is still clutching her knee, which is not something Melbourne City would want. Forced into one injury-based substitution. They could ill afford a second. Murray cleared, though, only for where Hamilton was waiting. She got it back from Saris. Still for Calvanese. Murray was in firmly, though was to do so without fouling. And then Calvanese picked her pocket. Pickett was the one waiting. Slip from Minerick. And that she was not able to get on the end of it. Melbourne City wanting to cause some kind of discomfort and upset. On the stroke of the break, though, Bocelli had Zeus to evade. Sakalis has got room. It was well recovered by Kirkby, who dropped back deftly. And was then there to clear, as we are to head into 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. It's been defiance from Melbourne City up until this point. And still, they are holding one of the would-be premiers. Hamilton's foot in a good one. Now Calvanese. Looking to twist and turn her way forward. Was set back for Saris. Moved on for Biggs. The clip for Calvanese. Up was Murray. Likewise Murakami, who was given a shove. Can Box Hill conjure something? Policina is looking to cause issue. Birchmore came through. Nodded on by Pickett, and it'll fall fortuitously for Bocelli, who set it back for Paliwoda, on for Minerick. Bocelli had continued her run well. And again got away from Hamilton. Stid for Sakalis, return for Bocelli, whose touch was heavy. Invited Lemaitre to get a foot in. Murray was up, and Capitanio was fouled in the process. And with that, still there is some Box Hill discontent. Liliana Lamage speared it for Biggs. Murakami no further than Dry. Heidi Dry fancied a drive! And fire a fingertip from Segevcic, which had to be made, diverted it onto the bar. Nearly a delightful drive to put Melbourne City ahead out of nowhere, and it needed the best out of Segevcic to deny her. Two opportunities from distance that have proved uncomfortable. And Murakami's flick on was no further than Zois, who spun superbly and was met by Paliwoda, taken up by Tatalia, who will have the first action of the first half. And so, though they have not found a breakthrough, things are still within their control. As at Lakeside Stadium, South Melbourne lead Essendon Royals by 2-1. For Box Hill here, though, they will not want to wait on a maybe. They will have to find a breakthrough in the other way. For the time being, they are halfway to the Premiership. It's Melbourne City 0, Box Hill United 0.
wave, a half-time wave or something? Yes,
You're
no?
doing the stories for FB. I mean, I can come down and give you something quick if you want.
Oh, yeah, sure.
When Marin recorded the video, he just doesn't want to post it.
I can't collaborate with you guys. You guys don't like me.
It's like, do it.
Oh, well, I'm
Now
not-
camera shy. Blah, 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 blah. But it's already, he's got a video.
I'm not Football Victoria. I'm not Football Victoria, so video guys. We'll do a bit of a half-time. So, 0-0 here. No real way through. Chances, 2 on the outside. So, Melbourne, which is the victim. See if this way, that way there. Boxer don't need to look. Put it bluntly.
Half-time at Casey Fields on the final day, and in the Premiership race here it is 0-0 though. Box Hill are being done a favour at Lakeside Stadium, where South Melbourne lead Essendon Royals 2-1. If it stays that way there, they do not need to win here today. However, with the Royals getting a late goal before the break, you just never know. There is a massive 45 minutes to determine where the Premiership will be going this season coming right up. There's been So returning from half-time, and as things stand, Box Hill are halfway there. Premiership is in their favour. It is well and truly within their control. South Melbourne lead Essendon Royals 2-1 at Lakeside at the break. That late goal, though, just giving Essendon a lifeline in the Premiership race. For Box Hill, they were unable to find a breakthrough in 45 minutes. Melbourne City had a couple of glimpses, had a couple of looks in order to truly throw up any kind of nerve for the league leaders on the last day. Rihanna Policina had a couple of good looks early, but they were unable to find a breakthrough. Dalligor Birchmore with a couple of really important saves to preserve parity, and we are where we started at Casey Fields. For Melbourne City, the final 45 minutes of their campaign. For Box Hill, they will be wanting at least a breakthrough. Chance for the first piece of a domestic double is there to be had for them. A team who have made finding a way a critical part of their campaign. You think to the game at Bulleen not that long ago when they were on their travels. Down 2-1 late in that game. Found a way to win. They'll need to dig equally as deep this afternoon if they are to go on and put the Premiership in their grasp beyond any and all reasonable doubt. Murray and Minarick nearly combined with and clattered into one another. It was did for Kawano, who was well marshalled. Murakami set back for Pacelli, who was really lively in the first half. Had many a look at Hamilton, who at times had struggled. No changes for either at half-time. 2 changes for Melbourne City in the first half. As it was whipped with depth for Sakalis, who kept it alive. To stiff for Murakami, away by Lamage. Taken up by Sakalis again. He was again able to swivel and find a yard, though again able to go no further. It was an incredibly organised opening 45 from Melbourne City, and they look potent on the break as they could do now with Calvinese, who was met by Minarick. She was too tough to go beyond. Zoe scored a foot in. Hamilton likewise. And a break for Murakami, who had 2 to her left. She fancied a go on her own. And it was a tamed effort for Birchmore in the end. You start to think if and when for Box Hill changes could be run. There are players who possess immense potency amongst their substitutes today. They are in need of a hero late. Maybe one of those could be turned to. Policina for Sakalis once again. Instead for Murakami, who was marshalled by Cheshire, who coolly played it for Dry. Those two had a busy but very tidy first half, respectively. Likewise did Biggs, who has got beyond Pickett superbly and has got 3 streaming forwards. Looked to turn Paliwoda inside out, had Zoyce as an overlapping runner. Perhaps an opportunity for a counter squandered at one end could prove beneficial at the other. Pacelli is again going beyond Hamilton. 2 were waiting in the area. The ball could not pick either. A game in the first half that was cagey, closely contested. Started the second in an open vein, given away by Dry for Policina, who tried to work a yard. Shot for handball was waved away once again. Second of those that Box Hill have had this afternoon. Heidi Dry was the recipient of the first in the first half. That's well read by Murray. Policina. Minerick, who has again deputised well at left full back. Speared by Murray. Murakami will make it awkward for Cheshire, who played the hand well. And has now got room in which to drive. Looks to steer in the channel for Capitanio, though the ball was far too heavy to find her.
Yes, Kiz, you're there. Force back. We're there, City.
Paliwoda looked to steer it. Dry nodded it on. Taken over by Tartaglia, who did well.
Yes, Joe.
Sakalis streaming forward, away from 2, away from 3. On the switch was Bracelli, who was found well. Murakami. Intricate for Kawano. Policina took it over. The flag had already been raised. Kawano had just strayed offside early, and though she did not lay a flick on for Policina, it looked as though she wanted to get involved in that move. Still there is a tension, still there is a caginess, still it is 2-1 at Lakeside. On what is a magnificent late August Melburnian Sunday, last of which in winter. Ball was whipped to the area for Zeus, was cut out well by Minerick, who can go and who wants to go. Options left and right. Kawano through the middle. Opted for Bocelli, whose touch invited Hamilton to get a foot in at the expense of a corner. Box Hill's first real look from a set piece this second half. Policina is sauntering over to take it. Still at the moment it is within their control. Again there is a conversation to be had about the real volume of players in the 6-yard box, and thus the corner which was taken short will be retaken. And once again, the official is not happy with what he is seeing. Policina's corner at last. And there was a foul as the ball was even in midair before anyone could have a go at it. The first set piece of the second half by Box Hill squandered. Calvanese tried to steer it for Zeus, taken over by Policina. Now Chiara Bocelli had a look at Hamilton and got beyond once again. The drive was Bocelli, whipped it wonderfully across, where Murakami was lurking though couldn't find a flick. Recovered by Sakalis. Wants to drive on her own. Policina had darted. Cheshire was there to clear. Well, that is the kind of life and direction that Box Hill have been looking for. Been offered in droves by Chiara Bocelli this afternoon, who has looked most threatening, who has looked most likely. by the pair of Policina looks that they conjured in the first half. Saris got in. Cheshire off Sakalis. Melbourne City once again are doing enough. Early stage of this season, they had to have a bit of a wait to pick up points. They've had to have a bit of a wait too in the closing stages of the campaign. So they have not had things fall in their favour in 2026 in the Senol National Premier League Victoria Women's. They are doing their bit to add to the title narrative today. Minaric helped it on. Kawano cheekily round the corner for Bocelli. And now Kawano away from two superbly. Steered for Murakami, who couldn't catch it sweetly with whip or power towards the near post. So that from Juri Kawano. Our most bright spark so far this afternoon. Again, Melbourne City want to play out. This time it's picked off by Tatalia, who was dragged down by Biggs. Will win a free kick, and for it, Chelsea Biggs will get the game's first booking. Box Hill free kick. They are just starting to turn the screws. They are just starting to get a stranglehold on the momentum of this second half. They now have an opportunity to make good on it. Policina's free kick, taken smartly and quickly for Paliwoda, who's steered for Kawano, who hit the bar. Almost worked to perfection. Again for Kawano, and this time Birchmore was there to gather it. They thought it was their moment. A pair of Kawano opportunities similar in how good a glimpse they were to Policina's in the first half. Birchmore held firmly for the second, though. Is thankful for the upright on the first. Box Hill inches from Bedlam. And still the wait goes on. Substitutes getting ready. There could be changes in the offing for them. Saris in well. Away from Paliwoda, taken over by Biggs, who got clear of Murray. Zoyce. And now Calvanese, though she had strayed just a fraction too early.
Just be ready. Watch the long one, watch the long one. Yes,
Hamilton with a good read. Minaric then took over. Zoyce battling, Bocelli did well to evade. Pickett looked to spear for Sakalis with too much on it. Deft touch looking for Kawano, cut off by Biggs. Murakami did well. Placed it for Paliwoda. Murray. Still for Box Hill without a breakthrough. There has been no real sign of desperation as of yet. Have made a strong second half start, have come the closest to breaking this deadlock, which is now ticking towards its hour. of being set in stalemate. Sakalis, Murakami, that's inviting for Tatalia and waited wonderfully. Steered for Kawano, set for Murakami, who will have a go. Birchmore spilled it, and Kawano this time has her goal and may have their moment. Priceless. And it could be Premiership proving for Box Hill. Juri Kawano had threatened, had hit the bar moments before. They thought they had squandered it. Though she and they found a way. Cometh the hour, cometh Kawano, who has got Box Hill looking more brightly. The goal they craved, finally found. And all of a sudden, the grasp on a first piece of prominent silverware is strengthened drastically. Angst turns to relief, release and adulation with immediate effect. They found a way. Murakami now looking to spear for Bocelli, as they are looking to provide some breathing room. Calvanese was hustled well and was unable to keep it alive, as there is a Melbourne City change in the offing. After the concession of that goal, Leila Habib will make her way on. And for Joanna Zoyce, her afternoon and her season comes to its conclusion just beyond the hour mark. Kawano looked to get up. Murakami steered it. Sakalis was looking to cause issue. Biggs was unable to get it under. Tatalia took it over. It was her ball that was placed superbly to cause the chaos that led to the goal. Pickett was patient. This for them, the dream scenario. A goal up. South Melbourne still a goal up at Lakeside. Box Hill are making super sure of it at the moment. Capitanio won it back well. Kirkby took over, had 2 to go around. Capitanio couldn't win it. Kirkby in retreat. Minerick did superbly. Kawano was wrestled and bundled over and won a free kick. And as a result, he's in a little bit of discomfort. Kawano okay to continue. Box Hill free kick to be taken short.
Layla, stay. Layla, stay. Yes, Kira. Yes, Kira. You're there. Yes.
Pickett. Paliwoda Sakalis will make it work.
Layla, drop now. Yep.
Murakami, tidy 1-2.
Yes, Lane.
Policina.
Neil, that's you. Up, Maya. Up, Maya.
Set back for Murray.
Sienna, that's you.
Paliwoda looked to go with pace, and enough pace for Minerick, who was given a drag back by Kirkby.
Say, Sienna, that one's yours. That's dropping all the way. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes, Chelsea.
This is the kind of scenario now that suits them.
Good, good.
Sides metronomic in possession. Play with patience. Perhaps the caginess has been crashed. Minerick again got up. Unable to find Bercelli. And then defensively went to flick on. Policina was there to lend a helping hand. Murray measured. Kaliwoda was precise, just about. Space for Murakami, and Kawano is charging. Birchmore judged it well. Had Kawano got there, there would have been a flag. And again, just gone early. It's cleared no further than Tatalia from the free kick.
Layla, this is you here. Layla, you're staying. Layla, you're staying here. Lil, you got one behind. Yes, yes,
Bid for Hamilton. Bercelli was unwilling to gamble on her, being unable to gather it. Capitano, Hamilton. Taken away by Murakami. Taken up by Bercelli, who did brilliantly. Sakalis has got options streaming forwards and can go on her own. Set it behind Bercelli, well read by Lemage, who speared it on the other way. Carvanese had to turn. Had he dry. Cheshire. Again for Birchmore, who was under some pressure, and Cheshire couldn't keep it. And maybe for Melbourne City, the cracks are starting to form. They had given Box Hill, up to this point, a mighty scare. Though at the moment, as they have done so often this season, they are finding a way. Still 2-1 at Lakeside Stadium, though. That is, if it stays this way, inconsequential. South Melbourne are doing their bit to give Box Hill a hand. So the Royals are pressing to keep their respective bid alive. As Capitano is in behind, the flag had stayed down. Tatalia was quick to catch up.
Well done, Lane. Kira, see if you can get on it, Kira. See if you can get on it, Kira. Try get on it.
Covered by Saris. He looked to flick it over. Tatalia again made the intervention. Murakami and Kawano unable to find way further. Taken up by Cheshire. And further once more than Tatalia, who has just had an important couple of minutes.
Try get on it, Lane. Stay in there, see if you can get it, Lane.
Still, Box Hill substitutes are engrossed in conversation with those on the touchline. The Melbourne City bench is inactive, perhaps for the first time today. And there is a change forthcoming. Peltine is getting ready in order to make her introduction. A player who's played a crucial role in the campaign up until this point. Has been right in within hope of the Premiership picture. Erin Keats is also up. Player who's been a frequent source of goals. Those two perhaps readying themselves for introduction as a way of control, or in Keats' regard, a way of killing this game. In the meantime, Calvanese, Habib, was able to get away from Bercelli, on for Hamilton, who went with whip for Capitano. Up was Pickett, away was Tatalia, though unable to find comfort in a corner. Taken up by Biggs. Stayed invitingly for where Minerick was waiting to hammer it away. Kawano now in battle with Lemage. Bocelli likewise. Well, Chiara Bocelli did well. There's Lemage in retreat. Stay back for Minaric. Policina. And the other way was Pickett. And so they are ticking closer and closer and closer to yet more success if it stays this way. Cavanese looking to enact some change to that. Way beyond Paliwoda, now Policina, who got it from Pickett. Tartaglia. Return for Policina, who slows the tempo to what was a near stationary setting. Pickett with width. Tartaglia's flick was a good one. Sakalis, Policina, Murray. Bocelli had drifted. Murray fancies a venture of her own. Able to steer for Minaric. Intervened did Kirkby, set back by Habib for Hamilton. Lemage could only clear. And so those two changes, who have had to wait a little bit of time, will get their introductions. Murakami, who has played her bit today, will make way for Pearlteen. And it will be Sakalis to make way for Erin Keats for the final 20 that remains. Sakalis had played her part, likewise Murakami. It's their way of snatching a second. It's flung long by Minaric, only Hamilton there to head it away. They know it is creeping ever closer to being theirs. It's been some wait for a premiership for the reigning champions who ended that respective drought last season. Policina, who was pivotal to that act, fancied a drive from range, though did not quite have the guile to trouble Birchmore.
Oh, this is you, they can't play out.
14 years. A long, long time to wait. They are now ticking closer and closer to a drought that is on its way to ending. Kirkby unable to get there, Bocelli just making sure. Again, Hamilton can only nod it to touch and to safety. Hamilton again with a lot to do. Keat was lurking. Bocelli took over. Played a super switch for Kawano. Bocelli wanted to continue the run. Kawano's ball round the outside was far too heavy for her to get on the end of. Birchmore again under pressure. Pearlteen was there to lead the press. Taken up by Cavanese, who has had sparks today and moments and wins a free kick. And a yellow card. To a fair share of Box Hill bewilderment. They were not best pleased about its issuing. Melbourne City still have an opportunity to cause some late drama if they are to carve an opportunity for themselves. Pickett. Segavcic, who's not had too much to do in this second half up to now. Minaric, that's lovely. Delightful footwork to get away from two, and has got options streaming. Two to her left, Kawano to her right. Sydney Minaric fancy going on her own. And Birchmore, who was the recipient, then had to only clear. Final quarter of an hour of the campaign. Melbourne City are readying changes to see if they can snatch something right at the end. And to just cause a bit of Box Hill nerve. Have a corner to defend first. You sense another from here could seal it. Again, Policina's take. The 6-yard area is being watched intently. Was Whitfield Bocelli, who got a flick, and Keat was round the back, though could not steer it in. Was always an angle that was becoming awkward. There in Keat, who timed the run well, was just unable to have it fall fortuitously for her. Habib on for Kirkby. No way beyond Minaric. And those two changes can now be made. And so for Chelsea Biggs, who has played her part today, had suffered a bit of a knock. Her afternoon will come to an end. Likewise, Fairleigh Kirkby. Those two have played a lengthy role. Taya Kotsandis, one of the changes introduced. The other of which, Valeria Castro-O'Byrne. Another pair of City changes to see if they can find something. Taken up by Teen, who had a trio waiting to win it off her, and Pearl Teen did superbly. Having got herself into a bind, found a way out of it. Nodded away by Lamage. Taken up by Saris, picked off by Keat. Shout for handball was waved away. Kotsandis went and won it. Steered it in the channel for Calvin Nazy. Ball was too heavy for her to get onto. Speared away no further than dry. Habib up ahead of Teen, taken over by Kawano. Recovered by Tatalia. Press from Habib, relentless. Murray, Teen. Press by Lamage, Calvinesi then two. Adds left one on Tatalia, who wins a free kick. Talia just gets back to her feet without too much discomfort. Melbourne City step high. Dropping in is Policina to lend a helping hand. Pickett for Segavcic. Bocelli looked to give her an out ball, and it's a good flick for Keat, who is leading the foot race ahead against Cheshire. Erin Keat with opportunity. Going to poke it back for Teen, taken over by Saris. Hamilton. Saris was calm under building an immense pressure. Another change in the offing for Box Hill. Gabrielle Simpson down on the touchline, awaiting her introduction on the final day.
Up we get, Tia! Yes, late. Yes, late. You're there, late.
Paliwada was under pressure momentarily, evaded Habib well. Moved on for Tatalia, who was being clambered by Calvanese more than anything. And again, Tatalia just takes the sting out of any sort of building Melbourne City momentum. They are nearing.
Yes, Tia. Yes, Tia.
Under 10 to go.
V, stay inside. V, stay inside. Then go on the pass. Now you're there. Now you're there. You got it.
Murray.
You got it.
Minerick, that's wonderful.
Yes, Valeria. Yes,
Evaded superbly. Couldn't quite find Bocelli. It was recovered by Lamage. Hamilton. Again forced back by Keat, who was charging. Cleared no further than Kawano.
Yes, Lane. Put her under.
Paliwada. Space for Policina.
Who we got? Who we marking, Abby?
Sizing up dry. Delivered for Kawano, who had crept forward. Set for Policina, who will have a drive. And the ricochet that diverted it wide will do so for a corner. News of a goal at Lakeside Stadium. And where Essendon Royals had spent majority of the second half surging, it is South Melbourne who have pinched a third. And maybe, just maybe, put the title race to rest. Bocelli is looking to make super short. Was crowded out by 3, cleared no further than Paliwada. Kawano. Helped on for Keats, who whipped with too much depth for anyone to get on. And now the change will be made. And so after a slightly belated wait, Gabrielle Simpson will make her way on, and the afternoon will reach its end for Chiara Bocelli, who had played a super hand down the left-hand side, was constantly of energy and trickery. Simpson brought on to freshen things up. And Bocelli receives the accolade that she has deserved today. As there is treatment in the meantime. Melbourne City have one down.
Last leg, nothing changes. Don't start dropping, keep your line.
As again there is treatment being tended to. It's time for Abigail Cheshire, who will have to make her way off. So Melbourne City momentarily down to 10. Box Hill perhaps sensing that it is all but theirs. Cut off by Paliwada not once but twice. Flick on for Policina, who had it taken off her by Habib. And she has speared it for Calvinese, who is in a foot race with Tatalia. And Shinkind slid into really good effect. There is no day like the final day. Narrative of drama, of intrigue, of what has really been a titanic title run, reaching its conclusion. At the moment for Box Hill, it is a day that they are relishing and turning into one that they will remember, as Tatalia is given a flick and will win a free kick. Pickett looked to steer it. This time Kotsandis was the one in the way. Melbourne City wanting to keep Box Hill close. They are under 5+ stoppage time from what they set out as their destiny in February. Retaining the crown was always the optimal goal. They're about to be a big chunk of the way. Premiership mettle was tested in this first half. They were able to provide a breakthrough. Kawano on the hour. In their hour of need. The one who provided a breakthrough. As Teen's challenge was firm but a good one. Taken over by Saris, given away by Calvinese, and then Kawano had one left on her by Habib, who will go in the book. It was late, it was slightly rash. Kawano was down. This time finally back to her feet. Pickett's free kick went in search of Simpson. There was a shout for handball waved away. Hamilton was starved of options. Castro Byrne gave her one. Gabrielle Simpson did superbly. Not to give her any ease of passage.
Keep going. Kira, higher. Kira, get more involved. Yes, Kira.
Foot in from Minarik. Team couldn't quite get it under. Taken up by Cheshire. Calvinese. Way beyond Tatalia, who in the second half has proved to be massive. Capitanio continuing. Paliwoda and Kawano in the way.
Yes, Kel.
Capitanio. It was behind Dry and taken up by Keats, who had nobody further forward in way of support. Simpson making a darting run. Keat could not find her as we are to hit the final minute of the 90.
Yes.
For Melbourne City for their season for Box Hill.
That's you, tee up. Yes, kids.
Perhaps before the Premiership cork
Come on, tee.
can be popped. Taken up by Pickett, moved on for Kawano. Is there one more moment to seal it? Kawano wanted the corner, Dry was in rashly and gave away a free kick. They're into stoppage time at Lakeside Stadium. South Melbourne still lead 3-1. Box Hill are doing their part of the bargain, which makes it all irrelevant. As we here head into 5 minutes of stoppage time. Only 5 longer to wait. Kawano is finding the corner, wanting to tick it down. Melbourne City will have a goal kick. Capitano cut out by Murray, put in from Paliwater. Teen, Minerick took over and fancies a drive forward. Simpson was round the outside. Hamilton got a foot in. Kept alive by Castro O'Byrne. Capitano was entangled with Murray and wins a free kick.
Kira, you take. Kira, you take. Lil, get in. Lil, get in.
Mayor Capitano is not happy about it.
Maya, get in. Dali, halfway.
A late Melbourne City free kick. Perhaps their opportunity to pinch something. Box Hill are all but there. Speared in by Saris. Away by Keats, who just crashed it clear. Birchmore went through it. Still the time is ticking. Nearly 2 of the 5 added on elapsed.
Kira, seconds. Let's win the seconds. Let's come back, win the second. Abby, get across. They're going long. Let's go. Layla, seconds as well. Here we go. Kira, your head.
Segavcic taking time. It's a spirit long for Teen, who couldn't quite get it under.
Yes, V. Keep going.
Policina in well.
All the way. Yes,
Around Policina did superbly to evade 2. And looked to steer it for Simpson, who just couldn't quite get it under. Hamilton wanted handball. Up was Minerick.
Yes.
It's finished at Lakeside Stadium.
Kira, get high. We've got enough here.
South Melbourne have done their bit. Box Hill are doing theirs. And so there is no more in the way of consequence for them. Whether they know it or not, they can start the celebrations. Having been taken to the final day, having been pushed the entire distance, Box Hill are premiers. It is beyond any reasonable doubt now. The first piece of silverware will be heading its way back to Wembley Park.
Come on, kids, keep going, kids. Lil.
It has been 14 years since they were premiers, champions last season, having finished thirds and making a first finals return for over a decade. The news is filtering, the job is done. It has been a great wait. A team of immense success in the 2000s, in the early 2010s. They would have been hoping for a next great, potentially golden generation. This is a side who have already proved and believe they are capable of proving so again, that they are fitting of that title, fitting of that stature and standing. Two changes for the road. Tatalia's afternoon will reach its end. Victoria Zikas will come on. Likewise, will Jesse Armstrong in way of Jury Kawano. Maybe simply to tick the time down. The cabinet is to be opened again soon. Side who started their season emphatically, who have gone 12 unbeaten to close the campaign. It was cup heartache for them. And they fell against Bulleen. Though the reigning champions are going to hold pole position for that defence come the final series. It had been a grind, it was a grind today. But for the first time in over a decade, Box Hill are premiers. The great wait is over. Halfway to the championship defence. And the first part of the double checked off. A side who had their steel proven all season long now get to go halfway towards the most coveted prize. And it took Jury Kawano for them to reach out and touch it. Goals in 3 consecutive games for her, on the stroke of the hour nonetheless. And it is Box Hill Bedlam. It is a cup that is to be coated, it is to be adorned in a regal royal blue. A side who were free-flowing, who were free-scoring all season. They had blips on the radar. That 7-1 defeat at Essendon Royals could have derailed many, but not this side. A club, a team made of sterner stuff than most. And so, for the first time in a while, it for them is worth the wait. An 8th Victorian Premiership, and now in pursuit of a 10th Victorian title. A final day they will savour, they will remember, they will celebrate for ages to come. As it is at Casey Fields, Box Hill's day, as they beat Melbourne City by a 1-0. And all they can do is soak it in. Though in silver, worth its weight in gold. The best team all season, on defence for the title. Box Hill lift the Premiership Cup. And so the celebrations can begin. The first wait to the double, the 12-year wait, reaches its end. En route to greatness. And a side who have given us many a memory, many a flashpoint, and many a snapshot for the campaign. Take one more with them. Celebration before pursuit of retaining the championship crown they hold. The double, though, is on. And it was done so with a gritty win. And they did so at Casey Fields, full time. Melbourne City 0, and courtesy of Jury Kawano, Box Hill 1.